Welcome everybody, it's Talman. In this video we are going to be talking about the new mode coming to IW Zombies around the release of Xbox and PC's DLC 4 release. And it's actually something that we've known about for a while now, well at least been hinted at before by both Lee Ross and Brian Bright, but now we actually got some new information on this. And I actually was making this video yesterday thinking we only got one chunk of information, but to my surprise there was something that came out even before that, which was brought to my attention and I had to remake the entire video, and this is what this is now. Of course it's kind of a day late, but I still want to make this video nonetheless because it is pretty interesting. So first things first, let's start off with the newer information. And as you guys can see, these are kind of leaked messages of the day from IW that are soon going to be put in there. There's a couple different ones, but we're going to start on this first one. You could see zombies in Spaceland and Raven the Redwoods and the faces of the bosses inside there. And you guys may already be guessing what this new mode might be, but then we continue to the next ones, which is Shell and Shuffle and Attack of the Radioactive Thing. And then of course we have this last one, which is more interesting than the other ones because the second one's quite strange. It looks different compared to all the other ones. But you see Beast from Beyond, and of course these are both from Beast from Beyond because the Mephistopheles boss fight is also in Beast from Beyond. But as you guys can see, you can see the normal cryptid boss fight, which is actually just looks like a rhino and not the blue rhinos. You would think it'd be a blue rhino, but anyways, that's not important. And then the one after that, instead of showing Mephistopheles like all the other ones were showing the main boss of that, well, minus the one that didn't show the blue rhino, but it just shows a question mark. And I heard people saying that this could relate to something special instead of just a Mephistopheles boss fight. That's going to be a replayable thing just as its new mode, but I doubt it just because why would this one be the one weird one? It just makes more sense to be it's weird because they changed the art for it than it's weird because it's completely different from all the other ones. It just doesn't make that much sense to me, but it does look like we are going to have these boss fight modes where you could just go and do the boss fights without doing the Easter egg steps. And I want to share my opinion on this later in the video, but before we do that I want to get into two more things. Now the reason why I had to remake this video is because of this, and it's actually quite interesting because I think this already confirms that we are going to have boss fight modes if you guys still don't believe from those images, because you can actually see inside the update that we got like I think last week that I didn't actually know about, but you could see that on all the maps on your combat record you can now see that it says boss fight, and of course it's blank there for me because it hasn't really been keeping track. And at first I thought this was just going to start keeping track of your normal boss fights, but I completed the boss fights over and over but still didn't get that added to my combat record. So I'm pretty confident that this is actually going to be relating to the new boss fight mode that's going to be coming, and it's at least enough information for me to say, oh yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. But anyways, that's all we have for the boss fight mode things. One more thing I want to touch on real quick before I get into my opinion on the boss fight thing, but you can actually see two other images that were leaked for the message of the day. You can see that there's going to be a bunch of different double XPs probably all at the same time. We're going to have regular double XP, weapon double XP, double keys, and double mission teams. So we're going to get them all probably at the same time. Unfortunately, the last one, or mission teams, isn't going to affect zombies, so I guess that's the thing. I really don't want to talk about this one, but I just might as well mention it because you can actually see this other one that is going to be like a new supply drop thing. I imagine it's going to be super expensive to buy with keys, probably like 400 keys or something, but whatever. I don't really want to talk about supply drops because they're dumb. But anyways, going back to the boss fights thing and just my opinion on this, because I think it's a cool idea, maybe just for like at the end of the game like they're doing, but if they ever did this at the start of the game, it would completely kill the game, because if you have the new maps and you could just skip to the boss fight, why would you even do the normal Easter eggs? I could see why you would do this now, but I just don't know if I like it or not. I know it sounds fun and everything, but I just think it's taking too much away from the normal maps, especially if you have director's cut. I just don't see a real use for these, but I guess it's cool and all. You could just have your little timers to see who does the boss fight alone the fastest, but I don't know, it's fine to have at the end of the game. I don't really dislike it or anything like that. I just don't think it's a good idea for any future games to do it. I'm not a fan of the idea, because why would you have an Easter egg and then you get the climax of that Easter egg and you could just skip straight towards that instead of having to go through the grinding part of it? It just doesn't make that much sense to me, but it does make me feel really happy that I'm going to be able to skip straight to the Mephistopheles Mephistopheles boss fight, because that boss fight looks insanely fun, but to get to there is the biggest pain I've ever had in my life, because you have to beat a boss fight before you even go to another boss fight. It's so dumb. I really hate that about how you actually access this Mephistopheles boss fight, and you have to do that every time. So this could be cool and everything. I don't mind that part, because my gosh, it's a pain to beat 2 boss fights back to back. Of course, I still haven't done that yet, but anyways, I think it's a cool idea for this one, but I'm not too sure how big of a fan I am for this as an idea of a mode for zombies. It's fine to have now, but I just don't like the idea that much, because you're kind of taking too much away from the normal maps, because I don't know, I can't imagine people playing the maps as much now without having the boss fights in them, because the boss fights are really a big part of zombies now. So I don't know, tell me what you guys think about it. I highly doubt you'll also get the soul keys or the talisman or anything like that for doing these. I can't imagine them doing that. I don't think you'll get a cutscene or anything either. I hope you get like all perma perks right away, even if you don't have director's cut, or maybe even if you have director's cut, as long as you get perma perks, because it just seems funner, that's how it works, just seems better that way. But anyways, this video has been going on too long than what it has to do, so I'm just going to end it here. But if you guys did enjoy this video and left a thumbs up, subscribe, share the video, or anything like that, then I thank you guys so much for doing so. But that's about it for me, and I will catch you guys on my next video.